It's that time of the year again when we start to grow our seedlings. We're sowing them indoors at this point in February, but as we head into March and April, we're also going to start sowing them outdoors. However, if you are specifically starting your seeds off in little seed trays like this within a greenhouse or an indoor area, then I have one piece of advice for you that I wish people had told me sooner. This would have saved me so much time in terms of watering my little seedlings and keeping them alive. And I think this is going to help you a lot too. Now, this doesn't just apply to what we've got here in the seed trays, but it also applies to our more established things. A lot of these looking dead at the moment due to the time of the year, but we can see a few of them. So I'm going to give you pretty much the best advice that I wish I could have been given sooner on how to take care of your seedlings and keep them watered so you don't have to be in here every single day. And not only that, this will make your seedlings and your plants, your little plants, even stronger. Now, you might notice here in my little greenhouse, not only do I have my seed trays filled with my little seeds that are waiting to pop through, and also my little plants as well, but I have them on top of something, and I have them on top of these little trays here. Now, let me give you a quick look. These are effectively my watering trays with capillary matting. I hope I pronounced that right, but you'll know what I mean. Effectively, these watering trays are going to help keep the moisture in these little seed trays so that I don't have to be in here watering every single day, because it's not always feasible. You know, life goes on and such, and we want to keep these nice and strong. If we let them dry out at certain stages, especially as it gets warmer, they might die. And take a look at some of these. I mean, look how dry this is. You know, if I keep this too dry, it's eventually going to die off, and that's no good. So I've got my little seed watering trays. Now, you can either buy these from the store. They often come with the matting as well. Or you could just make your own out of some other plastic trays that you've got. As long as they can fit your seed trays and your little plant pots, then you'll be completely fine. But I decided to buy these ones from the store out of convenience. They've got this perfect little matting here. And what this is going to do is this is going to hold in that moisture, hold in the water, so that these little seedlings and my other plants can sort of lap it up from the bottom. And as it goes upwards into them, it's going to make them even stronger. In fact, it's a much better way of getting your plants to be tougher than it is just by, say, spraying them on the top. Now, when they've literally just been sown, like these ones have here, it might not be a bad idea to use the sprayer, because after all, it's a lot more gentle and it's not going to disturb the seeds too much in their important stages of life. So, you know, there are different levels to this. Perhaps you may want to be a bit more gentle. But when we're talking about plants that have been potted on like this, and once your seedlings have really gotten going and they're, you know, starting to actually form into little tiny plants, then we're going to want to try this method. So effectively what we're going to do is, once our little tray is cleared and we just have the matting and the tray, we are going to absolutely cover it in water. Now, this isn't a very good example, but what you could even do is use a watering can, for example, if you want to get a ton of water in at once. But I'm working with this little sprayer at the moment, that's fine. But yeah, here's a better example, if it's not going to go in two different directions, that is. But yeah, effectively, this is going to absolutely douse it in water. It's going to be absolutely covered, as you can see. A watering can would have been better, but we're going to cover it in water so that this matting is absolutely soaked everywhere, not leaving any dry spots whatsoever. Move that over here, and then we can put our seed trays back. Our little seed trays can now sit on top of that wet capillary matting, and they will lap up the water from the bottom. The same applies to these beautiful plants up here. If we, let's say, do the same thing again, we're just going to do a little section this time rather than the whole thing. But yeah, as you can see, we're going to just cover it in water, just that little section for now. That's fine, we don't need to do the whole thing at the moment. And then our little plant is going to sit on top of that. And now it's going to be lapping that water up. That's going to head upwards in the plant. Now, if they're really dry, you probably do want to give them a little bit of water on top just so it reaches them a bit more quickly. But the idea of this is to effectively water your plants over time so that you don't have to be in here every single day, sort of, you know, watering them every day, because it can be exhausting and we don't always have the time to do that. And not only that as well, but like I said, your plants will be a lot stronger. The root systems will be a lot stronger by you watering them this way, because they'll kind of have to put in the energy to get the water from the bottom rather than just being, you know, pampered by getting it from the top. So yeah, like I said, there are situations where you may want to water them from the top if they are little seedlings and you want to be gentle with them. That can be good, and I recommend a nice little sprayer like this. Perhaps not mine, since it seems to be broken at the moment for some reason. Of course it would break during my video, you know, that's just typical, isn't it? But you can also use watering cans as well. Watering cans do have a lot more force and power behind them though, so I wouldn't recommend using watering cans to water your seedlings. Watering these guys is fine, and especially watering the matting is great with a watering can because it's going to come out so much quicker. So you're really not going to have to worry too much about, you know, taking forever like I did in this video, which is good. The matting can be bought on its own as well. It's very cheap, which is great. You can get bigger rolls of it, so you don't have to buy these trays and everything. But as you can see, all of my seed trays and my little pot trays, which eventually the seeds will get moved on to, have these matting trays. And again, that is going to save me so much watering time. I'm not going to have to be in here every day with my sprayer or watering can watering these. Instead, I can simply let nature do its own thing with little intervention from me, of course. And maybe every sort of a few days, I'll have to come and water the matting. You know, it depends on what the weather's like. If it's really, really cold, it's probably not going to dry out too quickly. If it starts to warm up, this matting will dry out incredibly fast. So it's still better than watering each and every day or multiple times a day in some cases, as it will retain that moisture for longer. But you know, you just want to keep on top of it. I do find it is especially good for the ones that are actually in pots. It's not going to do a ton yet for these seedlings, but it will still keep them moist, which is good. Because again, we really don't want these to be drying out. That would be a big problem, you know, especially when they're just starting off. So yeah, definitely a tip that I wish I'd known sooner. I hope you found it useful too. Let me know down in the comment section as well what things you are growing by seed at this point. I'm getting a lot of fun stuff going, and I'd love to hear what you're up to too. So catch you soon for more gardening videos.